A bit tricky to get some weight out, but I did a 903 pretty recently, weight reduction. That was pretty good. Zyro ones are just really difficult to adjust. Yeah, Zyro shells are ridiculously thick. They certainly are, mate. They are crazy thick. So, I mean, some mice you can like, some mice are easy to work on, and then other days they're not. It can just really depend, but it also depends what mod I'm doing. Huh. Hopping into these mice today, so 8K one, we're going to tear it down, raise a Viper 8K. It's having a weight reduction, but a stock look, and we're going to be putting some Japanese on-runs in a MZ1, someone wants, and then let's see what time it is. Nice little bit. We're on quite a heavy stream schedule this week. I just won't be able to stream tomorrow night. Other than that, we'll see. Optical shit. Does the 8K have normal switches? No, opto mechanical, mate. All the Vipers, have got them now. Some bitty bob while building mice. I only got a cup of tea, mate, today. Another brew. It's too early in the week for a beer yet. But cheers for the old beer glass, mate. Hoorah. I can't remember if you get the bigger beer glass to get the full one as well. I can't remember when you get that. Maybe I have to tweak that a little bit so you get it earlier. I don't know. I'm open to some sub ideas, by the way, so if you want to tweet them, let me know. So let's do a tear down on this puppy. Let's see what the 8K, I'm reckoning it's going to be identical to a standard 1K Viper. I just want to see out more of curiosity. Sometimes the cable twists. Best 72 stock. What's it meant to be? Is it 74? It's actually lighter for change. 71. Close enough. So let's see if this is any different, shall we? Should have probably got a stock Viper to test it against. Got about 7 lying around somewhere. I have to just check my tear down. I'm not that prepared tonight. I record this as well, I just realised I'm not recording it. Damn it. Back we go. I can put it on YouTube for you all. 63, no chance. So this is where the cable gets in the way, right? It can affect the weight. No way, 61. No way, Jose! We'll take 70. I don't know. If you can tweak it.
I've got balls of steel.
Oh, no, 71 grams. 69, a funny number. I like Starmate. Call it 69? Don't know. This is one of the problems with the cables. Just for follow. Can't see it. Sailor Lavilo. I just murdered that name. Apologies. Greetings from Brazil. Greetings, sir. Say 69. Alright. Maybe a little bit lighter. It's obviously a bit slightly different depending on the cable position, but it's definitely closer. 69 was a better number. It's definitely sitting more around the 69-70 mark. 0.8mm on the old skates. Not bad. Got quite a lot of people from Brazil. Should be a similar time zone, but I don't think it is it? It's like 10:30 here. PM, that is. 10:30 PM. Where's everyone from tonight? Got Brazil. Where else you all from? The skates are about 1.5 grams, nice. I see you got fairly even skate set. 6:34 PM. Ah, okay. It's about 4 hours difference. Not bad. I just thought it was more than that. Well, so far, very similar setup to the other Viper. 2 skate, 2 screws, and a single one at the back. I think that was the same. I can't remember the 1K Viper. It's been about a year and a half, I think, since I tore that down. Pretty standard screw. Definitely preferring this webcam. It's better than the Logi one that I was having problems with. So you have to tear your feet. You have to take your feet off to do open it. Unfortunately, if you want to power cord this. 6:31 AM. Damn, that is early. Early. Let's take the label off. Hey then, US got a product placement. And no problem, there's a bit of a sticky base when you peel the label off. It's quite a heavy label. Holy moly, didn't expect that. Just checking the zero. Yeah, okay. South Korea, okay. Far, far away in South Korea. Greetings from the UK. Can't believe that label's nearly a gram. Missed the middle skate. Always do that. Long time still. Hey, Havoc, how you doing, mate? You're still playing Armory. You're waiting for the new Armour. Someone said there's a new one coming out. Assuming you are the guy from Armour. Can't remember. Apologies. Rings a bell though, mate. You gotta lock me up in a cupboard in Armour. Waiting for Armour 4. Yeah, boy.
I've got balls of steel.
Cheers for the follow, Nara0071. Appreciate it, man. Cheers for follow, S7. Is it Storms? Storm X? Is that what you might say? Cheers for follow, man. Bob, have you ever felt a flex in the base of the Rocat Burst Pro? I've not tore it down yet, but I didn't feel any flex when I was using it. I need to tear it down though. You're still gonna go over those Logi screws. Oh, G305 last night. What? Maybe that was an anomaly, but I have started to realise they are starting to gloom in that corner. I've seen a few. Or I've felt a few and I've been pulling them. They've been getting more difficult, so maybe I'll have to see what another one looks like. I've got a few more to do this week, so. See that middle skate's about 0.1 mil, slightly narrower. Oh, now I've messed it up now, so. Yeah. Yeah, I think definitely the new batches. The new batches have got the kale, red shell, black dots. They've had them for quite a while now, but yeah, maybe they're trying to glue down the cables now. A bit sneaky. Maybe they're doing it for some technical reason. That looks pretty normal to most Vipers in it.
I've got balls of steel.
Hey, cheers for follow, xcruel969. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the channel. We like mice. Friday nights we stream and play some games, but tonight, or this week, I'm going to be streaming just modding some mice, really. We'll turn them down as we are doing this one. How's the scroll rubber? It's exactly the same scroll as all the other Vipers, mate. It's got the same encoder. This looks identical to the other Viper. Still the same until you got TTCs in the sides as well. Yep, looks all pretty similar. Can't see much difference. Probably just a slight difference in the PCB. Let's take this apart. Hey, I liked your content. I like your content. I'm a fan from Russia. Russia now, eh? I live in the UK, so tonight we've got Brazil, Russia, South Korea. We are everywhere tonight. We shoot a video about the relief of the Viper 8K. Relief. Not sure what you mean by relief, but I am a bit tired, so apologies. Like sensor, we're talking about? Deviation or something, maybe? Oh, the screws isn't tight. Holy moly. Ah, yes, oh yeah, stress relief. You mean this piece? Ooh, a little bit. Okay, yeah, we can have a look. Sorry. See, I'm not with it. So no stress relief. She's how slow I am tonight. Don't worry, your English is better than my Russian. Oops. I was going to show you standard screw as normal, but it's a longer one, which they all have the same. This looks like pretty much like a normal Viper. What kind of video do you want there? Do you want to see what it's like, or you want to see how to make one? Hey Tarek, welcome sir, good to see you back. Reducing the weight of the mouse, right, I see. Yeah, we're going to be reducing the weight on this one, stock relief. It's going to be a stock weight reduction and all the switches. So if you stick around, you'll see it reduced. I think it was about 69, 70 grams, somewhere around there tonight. It's as crazy as normal, this one now. You're here for the abuse of the mice, is that what you're here for? This one won't be too holy tonight. But on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a Naga, Razor or HyperX. We'll see. They'll get more abused. The switches. There's a slightly different PCB, I think. It's a bit more thinned out. It hasn't got the TTCs, it's got the, I can't remember the code now. Begins with a D, I always forget the name. Quite stiff. It's like a different JST connection as well. So I'd say that's different to the Viper, but I can't remember. Hey Kobe, welcome back. Good to see you today, sir. Alright, no, see you in a sec, Potato.
I've got balls of steel.
So far, construction same. Interesting, you've got a spring in the back of the switch. So, seen them before. Cheers for follow. Havid, is it? Havid1. Welcome to the channel. Today we're turning down a Viper 8K. Let's take a look. Going to be modding it. Weight reduction, stock one, and we will be changing some switches in an M1Z as well. I'm trying to remind myself how I got this off. These are always tricky. It's like Razor may have thinned out a bit of the plastic on the 8K. But I could also be daydreaming. Pound back. Everyone like Leonardo da Mouse or Nachos always seems to scrape off to create some cool paint jobs. The old super light winning the giveaway. Good to see it's still surviving, mate. You were the first one, I think, to get one of them. Glad to hear it's still rolling, rocking and rolling. Still living the super light at the minute. I haven't got back to using it yet because I am too busy testing mice. Right, they've definitely got a spring. Can't take out the diffuser without breaking off the little plastic rivets. This white's a diffuser, so the LED basically, that LED on the back. Yeah. Is what lights up the diffuser, which lights up the, see the Razor logo, it's slightly like stealthed out, but you can see it, so it lights up. Or when people scratch them off, because you can scratch the coating off, it creates the lit up logos that people are doing. Now these springs are delicate.
I've got balls of steel.
Cheers for the follow. Oh, his names tonight are killing me. I'm murdering everyone's names. Here we go. Dalku Live. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, I've murdered your name. You're not the only one tonight. They look slightly shorter, those springs. You have to compare this to my other Viper, but with the Viper 10 but that looks definitely shorter. Don't even register. Is that the left switch? Well, left button. I always call them switches, but the buttons. Don't know why I don't call them switches. Looks the same. You have to go through my live stream, tear down both of them and see which ones have the lighter parts. So you can create like a hybrid 1K, 8K weight reduced Viper. Quite interesting. Just be careful when you ping these springs. These are switch sockets of the springs. Not overly a fan of this design from Razor. I think I got my last 1K Viper down to like 46 grams at the rear panel and about 52 drilled with the rubber taken off the side, which is an absolute pain. But it was interesting to see Razor like made it thicker and thinner depending where your grip was, which was quite clever from them. The side buttons are a bit tricky. These are exactly the same design. Surprised I didn't make the side buttons a little bit wider on the 8K. Because I know a lot of people prefer them to be a bit more protruding, but they're still quite flush. say. They only just stick out. They never really don't stick out enough, so people don't particularly like that. Kind of how they work, they overlap each other. So we'll just take this apart and then we'll do some weight reduction on it. I don't know, I'd only ever take out one set, but one of them not even a set. Obviously to the set if you drop one side of the switches, but I mean like as in just one of these out of that set is what I meant. Do Bob. There's definitely Model D wireless out for pre-order, but I'm not getting one. Got too many to get through. So here's the shell. Interesting that the shell itself already has some weight reduction. Yeah, Razer definitely thought about it. Like I said, they thinned out the rubber in different areas where you're not particularly going to grip it to try and keep some weight down. Quite clever of them. I took the other one apart, the 1K. You can see they've been trying to reduce the weight. Looks identical to their 1K. I'm not sure they made any improvements, but I haven't took them side by side, so still weighs 20 grams though. That's still quite a heavy shell because of the rubber. That's what the PCB looks like. It's got the same scroll wheel mechanism by the looks of it. Same encoder. And they use this weird square encoder. I don't know why they use it. I'm not seeing any other mice other than the Razer's ones. I'll have a maybe I'm not telling the truth there. So it's a Kale square encoder. Green one. Definitely weird. Can get them off AliExpress if you need a spare one, by the way. I have seen them on there. This is exactly the same scroll, I'm pretty sure, unless that post is different. Oops. That's the left post is different to all the other vapors. That rubber feels a little bit harder, but maybe because it's feels hard as the other Viper Mini we did the other day anyway. I'll change the ring size. Hey Dinky, welcome back. Just taking apart the scroll wheel and stuff. Measuring this before we get a bit of a reduction. Trim some of the fat. This is when people want to mod them or break them. There we go, some measurements. It's got the same mechanism. You can pinch it basically here together, and it should just pull out the front, like so. You've got a scroll wheel like holder, totally unique to Razor. If you break that, we have to ask them for a new one. And then it's got exactly the same stress relief as all the other ones. You see it? Common stress relief. Two screw points. 1, 2, 3 in fact. 3 bob. Personally, I don't like the wheel protector. I think the Death has a wheel protector on it. Don't know. Not sure. Yeah, 3's pretty good. Could probably get away with 2. I don't know why they don't just put them in like alternate corners. I can see why they. I understand why they have 2 here to help the presses. You probably don't need a rear one, but I guess they don't want any rattle or people kicking off at the moves around. You could use clips at the back, which a lot of people use. Could be HSBC, could be. A few people like some Vipers, but this could be your puppy. If we hack it up for you. It's got a black square grey dot. That's a different switch, I think. I can't remember none of the Vipers. Same optomechanical switches. Optos. Always some. I wish the Razor would offer some options to switch these out from the other Vipers still. Just haven't done it yet. There you go, PCB. This looks exactly the same as a normal Viper. The PCB is different. I've got to compare properly. Should have definitely brought one of my other Vipers along. I've got tons at the minute. I don't know how she put this board in, but you don't know. Pretty long the PCBs and Vipers. Can't take the button out. Same as the other Viper, the profile button's locked. Still need to do some tests on the 8K Viper to be fair. Not a chance. There's a pin layout, someone's interested, but need a multimeter mainly. Hey, as Leighton, is it? Can't pronounce the name. How you doing? Mattimer's actually taught me a lot of stuff. What to study in college. Okay. You do some like computer degree or something? Definitely do mice modding degrees, does he? You can still get away with the power cord on these Vipers. Ta-da! Take a picture of it. Took one of these torn down yet? And I've took a few apart. It's the problem, there's so many different mice at the minute. People want to see inside, man. I don't always show them, so hence I've been doing a few more streams recently. Trying to show people what's going on. Let's get this one reduced in weight then. It was weighing about, it's got 70 grams it weighed. That'd be fair. We've got an MZ1 to do. And then say on Wednesday, put on Twitter, if you're not on there already, take a look. But I'll put on Twitter, either we'll do the Naga X weight reduction or a HyperX pulse fire if you want. Some channels, Discord as well. Yes. Engineering and technology. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, a bit of soldering, you're going to need that.
I've got balls of steel.
Let's get this back together, so actually, let's leave them out for a minute. So the obvious things to take out is, well, you need the rear panel, keep the profile buttons, take the label out, 0.7 grams, I mean, that's pretty hefty. Ping out the diffuser here. Nope, keeping the side switches on this one. Just to follow Alex Road, 444. I don't know why they put these diffusers in, because you can generally notice the difference. You can normally just ping out. When we mod the Naga, I'm supposed to be on Wednesday. Well, go on Twitter, Bearded Bob with it's B0B at the end, and you can vote for it. It's either that or the HyperX, depending which one you pick. That's what will come on Wednesday. If you're not already following me on Twitter, why not? We can chat. You can vote for stuff you want to see. So, the decoder Little diffuser here. Oh, the cameras got confused. Oh, I've got confused. 120. Nice gram off there by taking the diffuser out. Easy money. I've literally just finished trimming out the memory, or the mercury Viper. Okay, I had a silver NAS. See, we're on an 8K mercury. Nice. Loads to trim out on the PC, on the base on these. I don't know why they put so many these reinforcement bars, because people just don't flex the baseline. If they are doing, I don't know why they're doing it. Right, let's take a look at this base first, I think, today. I don't know if you G600s, they were pretty good. So I think the NAG is going to be similar. We'll find out. Everyone seems to be wanting it. Everyone wants a light MMO. Right, we definitely can't trim off the this piece, which is the scroll wheel holder. Cheers, Stumble 80k for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. On the Vipers, I also recommend you keep the front screw supports, but you can get rid of the rear one if you want. That's because you can pull in the front when you screw it together to get the right tension on switches. Yep, a little bit tedious to get these out. Most of it we can just drill out before we have to touch it. You want to keep some of these side posts for the clips, but we can just drill out. Well, can nail file out most of this. As you will see in a second. Fire it up. Yep, snooze you lose. 46 minutes in. Already torn it down. Now we're just going to be drilling it. Tell down to go on YouTube so people can see. Well, when I eventually get around to editing it. Take forever. Like these ones usually not too messy, so let's see.
I've got balls of steel.
Hey, just follow Kevo Train. Is it 123 OP? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. It's mods mass. A BS or B-spunks. How you doing, man? PCB the 8K would fit the Viper Mini with a modded base, wouldn't it? I don't know. I can't remember the measurements. To be fair, you have to check me with the teardowns or find the measurements and see. Compare the bases. Alright, man. Enjoy your sleep. Cheers for dropping in. Have a good one. Oh, mate, don't worry. We're hydrating, mate, with a cup of tea. Solid choice. Oh yeah, Sports Direct Mug, mate. Always come free, don't they? Oh yeah. Got a Starbucks one, but this one's a bit bigger. It's always good for a brew. See you later, man. Good night. More of a quantity over quality kind of tea guy. So it's a bit easier to trim that way with the old file here. We can tidy up a little bit, but I just wanted to get the around to trim all the bars out. I just want to try and trim as much as I can because it's a pain. But up here is a little bit trickier. So up here we want to keep this cable track. And obviously we want to try and keep as many of these side clips as we can, which is why I didn't go as far to the edge. Trim this bit out, but I don't want to go too far and take these clips out here because they won't clip together properly. So now we're just going to ping these off. And then we'll trim out some of this rear. Just cut around this rear like we've done before. Take out some of that nicely. Yeah, this is probably going to be under 60, I reckon. If it was about 70, so it should be late 50s, I would say. All going well. You never know. Each one is different. Tweak the contrast slightly so you can see a bit better. To this other side now. Still wondering about that. And I saw the hook shell crack on the G Pro wireless as well, but I don't know if someone cracked there. Probably rage, mate. Usually is. I think it's carbon fibre, right? Unless you're like squeezing it excessively or, I don't know, somehow smashing it. I don't know. It's the only way you break carbon fibre, right? It's pretty durable. Yeah, drop in Discord, mate, if you want to have a look for a laugh. Got a few spare shells, to be fair. Let's bring it back to life. Redeem myself with the one I've chopped up. Probably a Fortnite kid rage. Oh my god! How they use controllers, mate. Run! Alright, cool. Off the peak. That's an expensive smash, that. They went up in price as the as time went on, didn't they? The M1K. Probably should know, I did it ages ago. Connecting between the left and the right click. Like down the back of the shell. You've got left and right click, haven't you? That's got a split. But I guess that's. I guess they've split, and then maybe because of the way they wiggled, they've split down the back of the shell because it's like one piece, wasn't it? Like the like a Zowie. So I could maybe see that flexing, maybe rapid fire and crack there, maybe a bit wear and tear. Weak point. It's a bit more understandable. I thought maybe like you cracked just the rear panel on it or something. But it shouldn't be, yeah. Yeah, one piece design, isn't it? Molded. Not heard of any other ones breaking, so I'm interested to see how the metal Starlight lasts with fatigue. Whether it's plagued by metal fatigue. How that lasts compared to plastic. I'm sure they'll put it for a load of tests though. Had a gorilla grip. The Hulk.
I've got balls of steel.
Cheers for follow, ChrisFX0895. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Just realised I've crawled over 3,000 followers on Twitch. Woo! Thank you very much for your support. It's been a long journey. Glad you enjoy the content. Cheers for the subs as well. Actually appreciate it. Allows me to destroy more mice. Sorry, modify more mice. Butcher more mice. We'll try and enhance some of the features. Just got to build that PC properly. Big thing in the Starlight is that chances are that it will rust. The magnesium doesn't rust, does it? I'm gonna throw a wall, mate, 100%. Or slammed onto the desk, which will just break it. Funny if it did rust. Get a squeaky button. Hey, cheers, Chris. Glad you're enjoying the mods, man. Forever modding this channel. And on, well, YouTube mainly, but you'll see some of it live. This is where it's at. Or just want to see what I think about some mice and stuff on a Friday night. I was playing with something new. Mouse pads. I don't think magnesium rust, mate. Magnesium is an alloy which is extremely susceptible to, what's that? Galvanic corrosion. Okay, you reckon it's going to corrode? It'd be interesting to see. They must have coated it, yes, surely. I thought magnesium doesn't, unless it's exposed, like natural magnesium, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a metal expert. I'll take some opinions on it. Let's have a poll to see if one will corrode. Be on mouse review soon. Like, my Starlight is corroded. Where you buy the side switches? For which ones, dude? Which side switches you after? Got some switches on the shop if you're interested. Have a look around. eBay, AliExpress. Everywhere. Depends where you live. So just going to keep trimming out all this excess plastic at the minute. So I don't know why Razor put so many reinforcement bars on this thing. Yeah, there's a lot. I want the kale blue dot. The teal ones, you mean? 2.0 ones? Who's getting from my shop or eBay? I'm at AliExpress. Said there's plenty. Yeah, GM2 teal, baby. What I always find about the Vipers, I always feel like I have to try and get some out this part of the shell. Or the base, sorry. But we'll see. Travel out a lazy day today, potatoes. That triggers my OCD, that pops up. Not in the centre. Just a follow Seagull. Loving the name. What was it, 12? 13? I can't remember. Alibaba. Not any problems with Alibaba. AliExpress has always been good. Depends where you live, where you want to buy it from, right? That's what I think. So I think. See if in ages go back to work tomorrow and go, ugh, good old office grind, mate. Joys. Oh, Seagull was posted a super long message. I haven't seen that before. Holy moly. Hey, Stevie Wonders. Good to see you, sir. 8K is pointless. Yeah, yep. To agree, kind of there, mate. I think it's worth getting it just in case it does become useful down the line, but I certainly get it over the 1K, but hey, I'm not going to expect, well, no one should be expecting massive improvements just because you are. Can you send a picture of your Discord? Is it something to do Discord? I don't know. 200 zippy D3 DF3 P1 switches. 248 quid. That's a lot of zippies, man. Even on mine, mate, I can't feel a difference on a top line PC 360Hz monitor. You might feel it on LAN, maybe. That's the only part I thought maybe you might notice it, but I mean, your internet's going to be so laggy as it is, it makes no difference. You see if you can help him. Okay. Hell yes. There's Discord if people want to go on it. Discord. Those potatoes. I didn't see what the message was, I cannot see it, so. My favourite switch, the GM8, mate. Not GM8, sorry. GM4, Kaleith one. So basically, Kaleith. Kale Red, FO. Still like it. I like the foam clip. I don't hate Japanese on run. I don't hate Hawanu blue shell white dots, and I don't hate KL8s. I don't even hate the KL2s. To be fair, they're all pretty good. They're all mighty fine switches. That's what it's looking like. Should have left this cable off. Straight and right, so we can trim out a bit more there. This post will hold that. Keep that anyway. What's this about the Haiti? The Haiti ribbon cable? Bob the Butcher with his hands of a surgeon. Bob the Butcher, mate. What's the tip you use on the Dremel? It's not a Dremel, it's a nail file, it's a ceramic tip. But here you go. I do use Dremel, but I've not used it for a bit. Give me a little bit heavy. So, prefer this in a minute. This is my tool of pain. I can actually get closer to the... Let's forget that on this one. Alright, see you in a bit. What is it? Islington? See you later, man. G-Wolf QC gives Glorious a competitor. You're not loving it at the minute. It's a bit ropey. Is it on a Discord pick? I'll have a look. Do you ship anywhere orders from your site? Yep, certainly do. I've shipped to some strange places. But depending how strange, depends what the price is. Oops. Push wrong button. Good old Sweden. No worries. Any questions, let me know. I've shipped a lot to Sweden, Norway, all that area, so it's all good. The EU doesn't block us, we're good. So what's everyone maining at the minute? Here's the questions today. And what pad combo do you use? You're saving up points at the minute as well as the ones on Twitch, but there's a bot, and on Friday nights we have some giveaways, so if you drop in on Friday nights, you can use those points. Normally the default anyway is a £20 Steam voucher, but it's going to be a but it'll change. I need to do some quick tests on other routers, and then I might give one of them away. Pad, that is. We'll see. I need to do another test on it before I give it away. So the reason why I've kept this one a little bit smaller and I took some way out is because of the cable run. So you could take a bit of the cable run out. Might do actually. I might just trim it up. Say this last piece. In fact, I will do that to even it off. Bits go everywhere. Timed out. What? Can you weight reduce the XM1R shell? Yep. Done a few XM1s. I haven't done the XM1R yet, but they're the same. But I did a load on stream. I can't find the actual raw footage because I can't put it on my YouTube, but I have done a few of them. I've kept this rear post. That's what it looks like so far. Yeah, 8K work with it. I think it works the power good. You got to keep it a certain length. I think it's 1.5 meters. Power Cable Mods Co UK was chatting to me about it, so I'll have a chat with him, but pretty sure you can. He'll probably make you one if you want. I'm sure it's something to do with the length of the cable can cause problems on the 8K because of polling. So let's have a check on that. Right, let's try and get some of this plastic off the base as well a little bit. Some alcoholic wipes. I might scratch most of it off. I can't remember if it was the length or the gauge thickness. Something like that. It's one of them. Can't remember now. Maybe you need a thicker gauge, like you're saying. If you don't do it right, you get intermittent signal, I think. I haven't done one, so. Just notice that they always put a project number in for Razer. You can see that one. It says Project AVA T2. Interesting. Thinking of trying Piranha's Cyber. Fair enough. Give it a spin, man. Let me know what you think. Keep pushing my camera button. Keep pushing my camera button, not my mute mic. So you don't go deaf while I'm drilling. What do you reckon the beta weighs now then? That's the big question. Fingertip shape, singular side button. Okay. Quite a lot of people keep asking me, can I add a side button? So they have like 3. A bit like Corsair's M65 or G502. It's like a sniper button or clutch, you call it. But it's not that easy to add one to an existing PCB. You need some more custom PCBs. I know G-Wolves is releasing one. That's going to be pretty cool, I reckon. That's going to start opening up the modding market more. You can get custom PCBs. And that's the future. Okay. Is it his version with the scroll wheel that's like got 2 wheels either side of the encoder, that one? That's what you're talking about. But his resin prints are getting good parameters, definitely. When I saw his first original one, I reviewed back in, I can't remember now, like 2017, 2018. It's his take on it, innit? I know what you mean. Alright, what do you reckon this weighs then? This is what it looks like. I'll put my hand under it so you can see a bit easier. I think it's about 12 grams. Something like that. Maybe 13. I reckon in the future to fully weight reduce the whole PCB. Maybe. I'm gonna start, I don't know, maybe lightweight mice will stop being a craze. People will go back to them, or I think custom mice are always going to be there now. That seems to be the key. It's not always just weight reduction. Sometimes people want certain things, or the weight balance changing. People come to me for, want to tweak the weight on some of their mice for them, so it's a bit more balanced than certain mice, things like that. It's just now getting that like extra bit of customization. Let's get rid of the sticky residue of this. Interchangeable switches next. Time to mill you in carbon fiber. Oh yeah. Tooling's nuts for some of that stuff. Though. How dare Razer put sticky residue with the label. Can we make a Viper 8K wireless? Probably not. I don't think the polling rate's there on them yet. You can barely get 1,000 out of them at the moment. It'll probably just nuke the battery. Yeah, there you go. It'll come. Would a Rochi base XM1 wireless be good? Didn't CryoMod just make one? I think. I think CryoMod's just made one. Have a look at his Twitter. Pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I'm sure he did it a few days ago. It's going to be interesting to see how many more Rochi mods come out, whether it competes with their 305. 305 is just a cheaper counterpart. Hopefully Rochi will come down. Sticky is a nightmare. Nice MZ1 switch up after this. So what time is it? It's 10 to 12, it's not too bad, but I was up till 4 last night. I'm getting to be an old man now, 42. Bear in mind I was up at Builder came around about 7:30. That's a bit for work anyway, so hey home. The missus was still asleep. I was waiting till about 5 in the morning, 6, watching TikTok. X. Waiting to get a custom paint job for the XM1. There's 2 people I'd say to look at. There's Leonardo de Mouse, who's in the UK, and there's Nacho Customs, who's in Miami. They both do some nice paint jobs. Oh, it's sticky, man. It is painful. White fluid on, but I might do. Let's try that. Even more than alcohol. Should do in theory. Does seem to help it a little bit. So you got to be careful not to snap the base you just modded. You're applying a force that you wouldn't normally do. Oh yeah, it's definitely helping. Like a gem. You can make some plastics go brittle, but I don't have any issues on mice yet. There you go, Nacho Customs, yeah. You can see it's coming off the bottom. Just got to finish it all the way up the top now. Come off adhesive. That's not it. There you go. So people liking these streams for mice, then should I do more? Sometimes I'm not sure other people. I mean, I'm quite popular. It's like me just sitting here modding mice. Not necessarily all ones that I'm going to show you all the time, but like, ones that people want me to mod. As well as the ones I'm going to mod like on Wednesday. I'm not keeping Wednesdays like my modding day where I'll just like mod something random. Right, get some extra lint off and we should be ready to rock and roll now. It's a bit more violent, it's a little bit rough. See the difference in the base though. No stickiness. Tidy my desk in a sec. All the bits. Right, let's get these bits off and then start on the main shell. If you don't get all those little bits, then when you're moving on your pad, it'll scratch, baby. The base is pretty much done. I could have cut out the circle bit where the DPI was, but I wanted to keep that bridge and it would have been a bit weird. So I've tried to keep it symmetrical, kept that post, hence that bit's a bit wonky, but no, it looks pretty good. Right, let me just bin all these bits, as many as I can, and then we'll do the main shell. I think I have to put a bit shield up today. Raise one's a little bit softer. The plastic tends to melt rather than go brittle and fly everywhere. So you tend to keep everything around. Get the bits like this though, still, obviously. Need like a barbecue grate or something that I can like drill on top of and it drops into a box below it. That'd be useful. Didn't remember to like scrape it all off. Right. So let's do the main shell now. So I'm pretty much going to trim out all of that. And then the shell will still sit on the back, but it'll be clipped at the top. Do I keep the rear screw point? Depends how well it's going to clip. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's still well clipped. That's where you need the ones just in the front, but other than that, it's pretty solid. And we'll take it out. Let's take this off. Decisions. Don't know these two posts, see that? So that looks like that. It's a bit still. Bits of the cloth still. No matter how many you do, you still got to remind yourself there's so many different mice. Exactly where things clip. Because there ain't no going back when you chop the wrong piece off. Right. You're going to stay slightly off the edge here a little bit so that the back of it doesn't squeeze too much. Still going to get a little bit of movement in this if you really push it on the back. Big chunk off. Nearly 2 grams on its own, that. Just tidy up a little bit. What you want to be careful of is, you see these little markers here, that's where the springs go in, so you don't get too close to them. Start affecting the buttons. So we're just going to trim that bit of the drill actually. Et voilà. fine line between butchering it and keeping it looking stock, which is my preferred look, if you ever wondered. To trim out some of these overkill reinforcements from Razor. Do, do, do. Not seem like much, but overall it will add up. But you have to make sure they're very flat. Because if they're not, they'll interfere with the button. I don't like going down too far. Will there be more flex? Yep. Of course. Will it be that much noticeable? Probably not. Unless you're going to squeeze it to death. Might be able to take 2 grams by filling the inner part of the sides a bit. I'll take 2 grams from filing the inner sides. Okay, sorry, filling along. You won't get 2 grams, but you mean from like sanding down these inside, making them a bit thinner, you mean? Magically get 2 out of it. I don't think you will. It's not thick enough to show. It's like, you can see. Gorilla Grip. Yeah, it's like Razor shell, especially on that, the parts they're not too bothered about structurally, is like 1 mil thick. Yeah. It's pretty thin. Gram, maybe. I've done a few of them. A Zaru one, definitely. Razor, probably not. Pretty thin anyway. Yeah, there you go. Zaru on the other hand, exactly, mate. Probably save about 15 grams if you did that on the Zaru. Built like tanks, yeah, Zaris definitely are. Logitechs are pretty strong. I think probably partly our fault for all expecting them to feel rock solid. So they kind of built them rock solid, and weight never really became an issue. So it was more about how sturdy it is. Could have clubbed someone to death with this FK2 or whatever. Whereas now it's like a bit more acceptable to flexing. Years ago people wouldn't bother about side flex, but now everyone's like, this one flexes a micro bit. I'm just as bad for that myself, even though I sit and trim weight on them. But when I'm reviewing them from manufacturers, I expect it to be a bit sturdy maybe, but I think as they get lighter and more flexible, they're going to get more flexible. So it's going to come down to whether you're going to crush it with your hook grip or not, I suppose. Do you ever plan on abusing the M2K? Maybe. I've not got around to it yet, but I could certainly file it down. They took out quite a bit in the base, which is where most of the weight was in the M2K. Sorry, M1K. You could definitely get it below 20, I reckon. You baby grip your mouse. There you go. Yeah, me too. I don't tend to hold it very hard. Some people obviously do. That MK2 that they snapped in half, the Zowie G Pro that's been crushed. Looks like it's been run over by, looks sort of hit with something. Slammed into the floor violently. Can't imagine what the lighter mice are like when they get slammed if you can break a Logitech Superlink. Probably just like smash into pieces. So I was using hammer down nails. Pretty much. Anyone's ever snapped a Zowie shell? I mean, I can imagine the single shell with the button, where the button's on it, that can maybe wear out because of like the way it's built, but caving in the back of it, don't think so. I could probably drive over one in my car. I might give that a test. Video of that maybe. Interesting to see if you could drive over in a car. Should do a video of me driving over a few shells. The strength test. Could be pretty funny. People might absolutely destroy me on the net for it. They would hate me for cutting up mice, running them over. Take it to that extreme. So the got to be careful of this. Got to get this nice and flat. Don't use my file now, legit nail file, because there's not much plastic left. There is, but not that I'd want to take off if you get my feeling. But as you wear, the little edges get pushed up. You have to just trim them off, otherwise the button won't quite sit flat. Test. Good. Check it's not catching anywhere. Probably find it a bit better if we put it back together just to make sure. While I'm there quickly. Yeah, feels okay. You fully depress the button. We can trim that post off now because it's no longer needed. Maybe that stops some of the post hole, but there's no bridge there for it anymore. Goodbye. You're going to get much more out of that shell without. You could drill here, but you'll see it on the outer skeleton, outer shell. There we go. Now we can put it back together. Let me just give it a quick weigh. See what she weighs. About 2 grams off that. It'll take a bit. Let's put it back together now. Let's tear out these bits. Piece it back together. Happy days. So many bits. Let's come up with some clever idea first, I think. I'll create myself a little grill tray. I've got an idea in my head. Right, let's piece this puppy back together, see what she weighs. Switch it back. Gotta wait for Razer to start selling hot swappable switches. They're definitely teeing us up for it. Said that before. Because they change, they ping out so easily. Cordless vacuum, yeah, that's a good idea, mate. Yeah, good point. Probably should know. I've got one that blows air for make like for PC cases and stuff, but ain't got a sucker yet. Mini Henry. I was thinking about creating like a box basically, and then just put like a mesh on the top so that you can it drops into it basically. Still carbon fibre, does probably is. That stuff was horrible. Horrible. I think the worst was the Starlight. Whatever they've used for that base, ugh. I was not happy. Should have wore gloves for that, definitely. was a bit small. It's the it's the one for the buttons. It's slightly smaller. So good, yo dude. Pretty much everything. Goggles, hazmat suit, face mask, yeah. Vacuum. I'm not going to put the rear one in. I might do, because you might push it from the other side and it might ping out and make the LOD a little bit funny, so I'll put it in for that reason. So because of how, like, if you pushed in there, you'd push away the sensor, so I'll leave it like that. It's probably better. Vacuum. Reminds me of that TikTok cat. Vacuum comes around. I can't remember what it says, but it's funny. Cat talking about a vacuum cleaner. Oxygen tank, yeah. Full bio room. I can't remember what you call it now. This for you? No, it's someone else, mate. This is a commissione. I don't like the Viper shape. But as expected, it's exactly the same as the other Vipers. Well, there's probably some subtle changes that I can't tell. I'd have to check the other teardown. The old side-by-side special. Someone said, make my Viper lighter, Bob. It's too heavy. Hope I can actually get the buttons in there. But you could still cut the side buttons in half if you wanted. Have you done other ones? Well, I'm assuming you can. Take it at a risk. Not the biggest fan of the Viper shape. No, mate. This doesn't work for me. Other than that, it's a pretty good mouse. So if you can get used to the shape, like the flared body of it, then it's pretty nice. Viper crazy. Shape is perfecto. Fair enough. So I'm not really a fan of the Starlight or the final mouse shapes because they're a bit similar. They don't work for me. Not because they're not good. Because I rate the Viper. The final mouse, they're good in terms of weight and stuff. Still using on ROMs? No. But the shape doesn't work for me. Although I've played quite well with the Starlight, to be fair. Small one. I was never a fan of the Ultralight 2, which is exactly the same shape. Yeah, S2, ZA12, 13, and the M2K for you. Okay. And probably G Pro Wireless, if you'd have guessed. Most people probably know that by now. And Pulse Fire Haste. They'd be my two shapes at the minute. I actually quite like the EC3. Sorry, EC2 3. EC2 3, yeah. The new EC2. Is it EC3? I can't remember now. It's EC3, it's right. Is it EC3? I can't tell. The new EC2 3 shape. It is a safe shape, mate. Agreed. Tell I'm tired tonight. Put springs back in. I think Zowie and Logitech have other agendas, so they're more corporate as well. So they're not just the gaming. The gaming side, I don't know. I'd have thought it's probably a bit of a smaller market, especially for Logitech. Probably not for Razer and Zowie, but they're more the gaming side. But Put 2 screws in this, we don't need 4. Side monitors are great, yeah. I've got a 240Hz one over there. I need to probably get rid of it. I should review it. I'm on the ROG 360, but I've got the 240, the 2448. It's pretty nice, it was nice. Had no issues. That will go nowhere. Got a vacuum stuck in my head now. So that's why you need the front mount points. I'll keep the screw points on the front. See the gap? So if we don't have that, it will maybe have to get the right click. So it's worthwhile keeping that point. The rear one's okay. I haven't connected the top buttons like a noob. I mean, you can run without them screw points, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not worth the saving. Yeah, these are stock, these ones. I think they're pretty good, to be fair. Side mounts are great for the Dynamic Plus, sure are. Yeah, the colour range is not great on them, so I tend to, well, I was flicking between that and an IPS, but now I'll just keep on my 360 ROG. It's got reasonable good colours for what it is. Can't do colour grading on it, but it's good enough. Whereas the Xyron's a bit washed out. TM panels for you. Sit the Logitech G304. Okay, the old hypers. I wonder where the hyperglides aren't making many at the minute. They just disappeared off the radar. Like, they were like right up there, but they don't seem to be releasing any new mice. There we go. One modded 8K Viper. What weight do you reckon? Yeah, they went MIA just like Phantom Wire. Yeah, can't handle the demand maybe. So they just drop off the radar. I've got the manufacturing behind them. $59.99. Okay, I like it. I think I'm gonna go 58. I'm optimistic. Well, we're 57, but I haven't put the feet on it. I just realised. So 59 it's gonna be. Put the feet on it because I forgot to do that. It's gonna be under 60 then. Tidy. Cheers, man. Pretty tight, isn't it? It still looks stock. You could get it lower if you took some switches out. Side switches on it. I'm still keeping it looking stock. Viper feet are pretty good for taking on and off. So that's what it looks like with the feet now. So 59, I reckon. Unless the cable's going to start playing around with it. Go away, cable. I don't think that's right. It's difficult to get because the cable's quite stiff on these. You can never get really a true reading of the weight. It's weird. You see, it's like pushing it up. So it looks lighter than it is. It's not that light. Well, I don't think it is. I always see like a bungee next to it. That looks more like it. I'd say that's the true weight. 59, 60 grams. Tidy. See, that's gone to 60. See? It's quite a stiff cable on it. There's only 61. It's like going up every time we put it back. Come on. I'm happy with below 60. Right, we'll take 58. Let's try once more. No, I can tell the cable. Cable is touching the table. Right, we'll take 59. There you go. Once you get the cable sorted, you can get the true weight. Not bad weight reduction. Very nice. Right, get rid of all these bits. Back in a sec. Let's bring some of these bits off his table. Not bad for a stop book though. About 10 grams.